Well, Wood, nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. This is our first session.
Right.
And probably our only one. Today, I'd just like to have a conversation with you.
All right.
It's been a long time since I've sat down and talked with someone your age. A long time being a couple months, not 5 to 10 years or anything. And it's just kind of a chance for us to get to know each other. You can talk about anything you want.
All right.
If you want to talk about anything specific, that's fine. If you want to just tell me more about some general stuff like what you do, that's fine too.
All right.
Anything is fair game. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself.
All right.
My name's Jose, and I'm a professor. And I used to be an elementary school counselor, and now I teach people how to do that.
Oh, cool.
And I think it's pretty cool too. And that's about it.
All right.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I really like baseball, and it's one of the things I love to do. I like paintball, and I'm gonna have a paintball birthday party tomorrow. So.
Your birthday's coming up soon.
Well, actually, my birthday was in May.
Okay.
So we just had a really late birthday party.
Got it.
I like video games, stuff like that. Just like.
It sounds like you like to do outdoor stuff, like the paintball and the baseball.
Right.
And it sounds like you really like baseball.
Oh, yes, sir.
Kind of face lit up when you
Oh.
say baseball. But you also like to do some indoor stuff,
Right.
like video games.
Right.
Who's your favorite baseball player?
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones, Atlanta Braves, right?
Right.
Okay. He's from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's cool. He plays third base.
Right.
So what's your favorite position to play in baseball?
Pitcher or catcher?
Pitcher or catcher? Okay, those are two tough spots to play. How long have you been playing baseball for?
Since I was 4.
Since you were 4?
Yep.
And you're 10 now?
Right.
That's 6 years.
Right.
Wow. All right. What about video games? You said you like to do video games too.
Like, what games do I like to play?
what's your favorite game?
Well, I really like Halo and Halo 2.
So you got an Xbox,
Right.
not
Well,
a PS2.
I do have a PS2, but my Xbox is broken right now, so mainly I'm playing Battlefront or Battlefront 2 right now, so.
So if it sounds like a lot of space games,
Right.
Star Wars being the Battlefront and the Xbox
Right.
being the Halo 2.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you told me what you like to do for fun.
Right.
What about school? What's your favorite school subject?
It kind of varies sometimes. Sometimes when I'm having a good day, I guess it might be math or science or language arts,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Sounds like a well-rounded
Yeah.
guy then. Math, science, and language arts.
Yeah, but a lot of days I don't really like math, but sometimes I do, so.
What's tough about math?
I just kind of have it, like, paying attention and stuff.
Stuff. And my teacher gets mad at me a lot because I'm not paying attention or I ask something he just said or so.
Got it. So it's not necessarily the math equations are hard or the problems, but
Well,
it's just kind of
yeah.
focused.
So what else? You don't like homework. You don't like being there 6 hours and 45 minutes a day.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't like it when I have fights with my friends.
Okay.
I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay. Those are big things.
Or when we have a bad day in PE.
All right. Bad days in PE and sometimes having fights with your friends. When was the last time maybe you had a problem with a friend?
Recently, I know, but
Okay.
it's been better.
All right, so it's been
Well, yeah.
better. So it sounds like it hasn't been as frequent, but it has been recent.
In the end of 4th grade, it got pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in 5th grade now.
Right.
It sounds like maybe around April or May or June
Right.
this year, things were pretty bad. What was going on that increased the...
Well, I had a friend. I don't really want to mention his name. So, we were kind of buddies and more troublemakers and stuff like that. And before I told my mom about all the stuff, and then we kind of got into fights over everything afterwards, since we just weren't close friends anymore. So
Okay, so it sounds like you two were pretty close,
yeah,
but you were getting into some trouble.
right,
And it sounds like maybe you and your mom had a little talk about it.
right.
And mom kind of said, maybe...
Well, it was actually she just said maybe stay away from him, but it was really my choice to kind of. But we kind of hang out more now, but we just
But it sounds initially when you guys were starting to go your
Yeah.
some
Big
mad or
fights.
sad
feelings behind it.
Right, and I also had another friends. We're just really great friends,
Okay.
and we've had tons of fights.
All right.
His name, I can mention his name. His name's Houston.
Okay.
And he lives right behind Summit, but it's not like we can't be friends because we've been friends for so long,
Right.
and we play with each other so much. So, but it's been a lot better since we kind of stayed away from each other. Like in the summer, we kind of hung out a whole lot.
right.
So we got into a bunch of fights, and but now since the school year started back and stuff, we haven't been playing with each other. So we, whenever he gets to come over to my house, like he did Monday, I think it was, or Wednesday, and we just never got into an argument.
Okay.
So
it sounds like the more time you spent apart from this
yeah, we kind
young
of.
gentleman, the better along you've
Right.
gotten. Does he go to your school too?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Which of course helps. If you're not going to
Right.
be here for 6 hours and 45
Yeah.
minutes with him, you're going to spend
Yeah, his sister and his little brother do though.
Okay. All right. So his siblings come here, but he
Right,
doesn't.
he goes to an HAG school name, and it's called Brunson.
Okay.
So
I got to ask you something. You mentioned that you got into a couple of fights with a couple of your buddies, people that you were pretty
Yeah.
close with, pretty tight with, and it also sounds like the fights have decreased.
right,
They've become less. Now, you said with the second guy, maybe you all spent some time apart.
right.
But I'd really like to hear what you've been doing to decrease the fights. I mean, that's a pretty neat skill you got there.
Well, I don't know how to explain not getting into fights. I guess just not hanging out with the person as much,
Okay.
and not getting in, like, the other friend, I really like the Braves. They're my favorite team. And for Halloween he dressed up as a rapper, and he had like a Yankees hat and stuff, and he just kind of got in my face a whole bunch of. About it.
And on your nerves.
Yeah. And he knows nothing about baseball, so.
So you just wanted to maybe, I don't know, get
Yeah.
you all
Yeah.
riled up and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of get me mad, stuff
Okay.
like that.
And to go back to something you said before, when we were talking about the first friend that you were getting in fights with, and I brought up your mom, you said that it was kind of your decision too to not
Right.
really hang out with them.
Right.
So between spending less time with folks and between standing your ground and saying, I don't think I'm going to hang out with this guy that much,
Yeah.
it seems like that's really how you've decreased the fights.
Pretty
All right.
much.
Yeah, it's also interesting, when people push your buttons.
Yeah.
Like if I brought in a Bobcats jersey on, well, that's basketball,
Yeah.
not baseball. So maybe you're not a big basketball fan, but with baseball, don't go messing with the
Right.
Atlanta Braves.
Right.
I got you.
I just don't like it when people try to get me mad and stuff. It just really annoys me.
Yeah, it sounds like it really.
And
does.
then I start yelling and getting mad at them, and then we just turn into a fight. So.
Yeah, and it sounds like even though you've had a few fights over the past couple of months, you really don't like to get in the fights.
Right, I really can't stand getting into fights with my friends.
Yeah, well, that's why they're your friends. It's
Right.
not tough to get in a fight with a friend.
Yep.
What would you say? What advice maybe would you give me if I got into if somebody was kind of getting me going and trying to
Right.
rouse me up? How would you help me cope with that? How would you help me deal with somebody maybe making fun of my favorite teams, which is the Phillies?
I guess I kind of stay away from them or just ignore them.
Oh,
So you can do that.
now
Or
ignoring's a good one. It's tough sometimes.
yeah, it's really tough. I don't use it much, but it's a good advice. I know.
It's good advice. You may not use it, but it's definitely something to
Right.
think about. All right, and you do use it from time to time.
Right.
All right, so maybe get away from the person, maybe ignore the person.
Right.
Two good real ideas.
Yeah.
All right. What do you like most about playing on these AAU teams?
Well, the ball doesn't come as fast at you because it's like 4 feet. Well, the tournament I played with, the mound was 4 feet back.
Okay.
So it's not coming as fast at you.
Right.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
Okay.
And it's a lot more challenging. You can do a lot more things. You can take leads, pick people off, stuff like that.
Okay, so it sounds like it's more like real baseball.
Right, a whole lot
Not
more.
so many rules that
Right.
maybe it stifles you a bit.
Yeah, because in the league that I usually play in, it's just some guys just really don't know baseball.
Okay. So maybe because the people don't know baseball as well as you do, to keep it more even and more fair, they got to put
Right.
a couple extra rules.
Right, like
Sometimes
you can't steal till the ball gets to the catcher's mitt in my league, but you can steal when they're winding up in AAU. So
Okay, So AAU is definitely more challenging. It's more up your alley.
I like it more because the balls hit more, stuff like that. It's just not as, I'm not trying to say it's boring, but the Little League, but it's just kind of, people have trouble hitting the ball sometimes, so.
Well, it sounds like it's a little bit watered down.
Right.
I don't know if you know what watered down means, but it just sounds like it's maybe a little easier.
Yeah.
You like
It's
it
a
a little
whole
bit harder.
Right.
Yeah, you're better at it. It sounds like you've been playing since you were 4. That's 6 years now, so you're probably ready to play a little harder ball.
Right.
Where did you get to travel to?
Well, this one was actually in Burlington,
Okay.
and I played one tournament when I was in coach pitch with them,
All right.
and a practice tournament, and the tournament then was in Hickory.
Okay. So that's a little traveling going
yeah.
back and forth. How far do you think? Do you know that this?
I think they've gone to Cooperstown and sometime in Florida, somewhere in Florida, I think.
Okay.
So
aside from it being more challenging, you could end up going
yeah,
up to New York or down to Florida,
Right.
which would be real exciting.
yeah, I'd love to do that.
It sounds like you would love to do that. It
Yeah.
sounds like you'd be good enough to do that too.
I don't know.
You have to wait and see.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? We spent like the past 10, 15 minutes, and I've been asking you all kinds of questions, which, by the way, you've been really, really polite about and really open about. Any questions you got for me?
Did you ever play any childhood sports, or do you play sports?
I used to play volleyball when I was
yeah.
about your age, and I never got to play baseball because it was just too. I played t-ball,
Yeah.
but baseball is just too hard for me. How you make contact with that ball is I never got it,
Yeah.
but I love baseball.
Yeah.
I grew up watching baseball and going to a bunch of games and stuff.
Yeah.
But volleyball was kind of my thing, and I played some soccer.
Yep.
I really wish I would have played some baseball.
Yeah.
It's just too hard for me. So yeah, but I used to play soccer and volleyball.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Did you ever play paintball by chance?
No. I'm a little older than you. I don't know
Right.
if you figured that out.
Yeah.
But paintball wasn't really big when I was
Oh,
your
okay.
age.
Yeah.
I've got a brother who's 14
Mm-hmm.
who loves paintball, and he plays a lot.
Uh-huh.
But I never got a chance to play paintball. Is it as cool as it looks like on TV?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, except when you get shot.
Now, what's the worst place you've ever been shot playing paintball?
Probably right here. One of my friends, my sister was right next to me, and we were kind of in this little bunker kind of thing. And one of my friends was right, there's a little ditch kind of,
Okay.
and he was right there. And I stood up or something, and he shot me right there, and it didn't pop, so it hurt a whole lot.
It basically stayed the ball instead of
Right.
splattering. It sounds like that hurt a lot.
Yeah, it hurts a lot more when it doesn't pop.
It's
so-
supposed to pop.
Right.
It's not supposed to stay there.
Right.
All right. It sounds like you still like it, even though you got
Right.
popped pretty bad that time.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be cruel or anything, but I just think it's fun when you shoot someone, and the fun of the intensity and stuff like that.
So the adrenaline gets
Yeah.
really, really high. And because you're not really hurting anyone, it's
Right.
all part of it. You've got
Right.
the padding and all the facial stuff. and
Right.
everything. It makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah,
Okay. So you highly recommend it?
yeah.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Any other questions?
Do you like video games?
Yes, I actually do like video games, but I don't have any
Yeah.
of the consoles because I'm afraid I'd waste too much time playing video games.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to love video games, and all the space games that you mentioned would probably be my favorites. Like
Yeah.
Rebel Squadron, I really would like
Yeah.
to play, and all that other stuff. And I played them. My little brother's got an Xbox, so I
Yeah.
play him when I ever go down and visit him. But if I had an Xbox at my house, I don't think I'd get anything done. And then my wife would get mad at me. And that's not cool.
Yeah.
But I do like them, and I think it's really, really cool that you've got all these really neat video games now. With the Xbox 360 that just came out, all that stuff looks
Yeah.
really neat. But yeah, I like him from afar, Wood. I don't have time to play him up close. What else?
Were you good at soccer?
I was pretty good. I was a goalie.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my favorite position. So I thought I was pretty good at goalie.
Cool.
Yeah.
When you played t-ball, I don't know if you can remember this, but what was your team name?
We were the Mustangs.
Mustangs. Cool.
What's your team name?
Well, this year it was the Braves.
Okay. Which is cool for you.
Right.
All right.
I've been on the Braves and the Diamondbacks the most. So
Okay. All right. No, another National League team.
Right.
That's right.
Our league just does National League.
Oh, okay. That kind of keeps it easy then.
Right.
All right. All right, Wood. Well, thank you very
All
much
right,
for
nice
meeting
to
with
meet
me
you.
today. It was very nice meeting you, and guess I'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.